Through the Ravine, welcome into postseason predictions of 2025 MLB postseason. It begins in less than 24 hours, so this video needs to get out right now as I film it. Let's begin without further ado. We'll start with the American League in the wild card round. Let's get wild. The the number one seed, Toronto Blue Jays, win the AL East, and they are the one seed between the Red Sox and the Yankees. The Yankees will have the home field advantage in this series, and now we'll be taking the home team in the New York Yankees to win this series. Garrett Crochet versus Max Fried. If the Red Sox could take that game one, it'd be a big game one to take. But I think the Yankees will prevail. They have the home field. The Yankees coming on top over the Red Sox. Moving on to the other wild card round, the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians. Wow, what an epic collapse by the Tigers. I mean, this is a team that was 25 games ahead in the division, and they somehow lost their division. Doesn't even make sense to me, to be honest with you. But they lost the division. We'll be going to Cleveland at Progressive Field, where the Guardians have the home field advantage in this series, and now we'll be taking that home team as well in the Cleveland Guardians. Really good baseball. The Tigers backing into the postseason. The Guardians just beat the Tigers like a week ago. Give me the Guardians in the series to advance over the Tigers. Go to the NL side, and we have the one seed Milwaukee Brewers, the best team in baseball. The postseason runs through Milwaukee as long as they are in the postseason. The Brewers with the one seed. The Phillies have the two seed. The Central wildcard brackets includes the Padres going through the Central Division, taking on the Cubbies at Wrigley Field. Go Padres though. I really wanted to go Cubs, and the Padres going through some injuries. They have had some rough injury luck of late, but I'm still going to take San Diego in this series. A little bit more firepower in that Padres lineup and team. Back into the bullpen, I think they have enough firepower to power past the Cubbies and take the series in Chicago. The Cubs come up short once again in the wild card round. Here's the last wild card series we'll talk about here between the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers. So who saw the Reds making the playoffs? Raise your hand. I thought the Reds were good enough to make the postseason. I had them as my division winners of the Central. They did not win the Central, but they somehow made the postseason as the 6th seed on game 162. The New York Mets are not in the postseason. The $400 million payroll New York Mets. The Dodgers hosting the Reds for the wild card series. Let's get wild. Give me the Dodgers in this series. Give me the Dodgers in 2 games over the Reds. The Dodgers should win this series as long as Dave Roberts presses the right buttons throughout this postseason. The Dodgers will be the best team in the postseason as long as they press the right buttons. The bullpen is very scary. As a Dodgers fan, I'm going to admit that bullpen is the only reason why they wouldn't win the World Series. But I digress. Give me the Dodgers or the Reds as we move on to the NLDS and the ALDS. We'll go back to the American League side now. The Yankees and the Blue Jays. I'm going to take the Yankees once again. And a part of me really wanted to take the Blue Jays. I really wanted to take Toronto in this series, but I just can't with that pitching staff. I think it'll be a good series between the Yankees and the Jays, but overall, I think the Yankees probably get past the Jays, and the Yankees move on to the ALCS. We go to the next series. Now we have the Cleveland Guardians going to Seattle facing the Mariners. I'm going to take Seattle. A close series. Both of these teams are not elites by any standard, and you can argue with me if you want in the comment section, but really the fact of the matter is the American League bracket is just not that good. I'm sorry to say that to the AL fans, but the NL is much stronger than the AL. I think it's pretty apparent. I mean, yeah, the 2 seed as the Mariners, 90-win Mariners team as a 2 seed. That's not a good AL bracket. So once again, I think this is a pretty good cakewalk, if you will, for the Yankees to go to the World Series. But I'll take the Mariners in this series over the Guardians. The Mariners go to the LCS for the first time in a long time. Mariners and the Yankees in the ALCS. We go to the National League now. We have the San Diego Padres going to Milwaukee. So going through the Central bracket are the Padres taking on the 1 seed Brewers. And the Brewers have had some struggles in the postseason, but I think those struggles went here as they will advance and beat the Padres in the NLDS to go to the NLCS for the first time since 2018. Yeah, the Padres, I think their luck kind of runs out here. They went all in at this deadline, but unfortunately, I think it will come up short again at the Brewers advancing to the NLCS. Dodgers and the Phillies, I really went back and forth on this. This was a super hard pick. Trust me, it was hard to pick against the Dodgers, and I'm going to go Dodgers. I'm going to go Dodgers in this series. If there's one team I think that can beat the Dodgers out of the NL side, it's going to be the Phillies. I think that Phillies team is really good, but they have holes just like every other team does, and I think the Dodgers can expose them and definitely take the series. Philly's going to be fine for the Dodgers, and I think the Dodgers hopefully do prevail. But like I said, the only reason why the Dodgers would lose in this postseason likely will be because of the bullpen. I'm going to say that right now. Honestly, it's because the offense is going to suck or the starting pitch is going to suck. Give me the Dodgers or the Phillies, the NLDS. Dodgers, Brewers, NLCS. We go back to the American League side now. We have the Mariners and the Yankees in the ALCS, and I'm going to be taking the New York Yankees to go back to the World Series in 2025. I just can't see a day in my life where the Mariners are in the World Series. They're the only team in baseball that have never made the World Series, and I can't see that day ever happening in my life. So I have the Yankees going to the World Series, where they will face the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'm going to have the Dodgers or the Brewers in the NLCS. It's just kind of one of those have their number kind of things, and the Dodgers have the Brewers' numbers in the postseason, and I don't see that discontinuing here. I think the Dodgers beat the Brewers, advance to the World Series once again, face the Yankees in a rematch of last year's World Series, where I have once again the Dodgers prevailing over the New York Yankees in 5 games in my postseason predictions. Give me the Dodgers for the Yankees in 5 games. As long as the bullpen holds up, as long as Dave Roberts presses the right buttons, this Dodgers team is really good. Now, they are without Will Smith to begin the postseason. I'm not sure how long he'll be out, but if they can hold up, they're still a really good team. I like the Dodgers' chances. And non-Dodger brackets, and not saying that I don't think this is a likely scenario, because I think it is, but in my non-Dodger bracket, Phillies and the Yankees in the World Series. So if there's one team that can beat the Dodgers, it'll be the Phillies for my money. But so let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. How wrong am I going to be? Probably pretty wrong, because we never see repeat winners in baseball, and we definitely never see repeat World Series in baseball. Maybe this is the time for a change. It's time for October baseball.